Welcome to the channel, guys. Today I'm going to go in great detail and talk about how you can actually set up a limited liability company in the state of Louisiana. Now, the main things that you need to understand that there are three different methodologies in place the way that you can actually set up a limited liability company. The first one is that you can do it offline, physically visiting the state treasurer and actually getting everything done on paper. The second is doing it online, and the third is using an agent or an organization or company that sets it up for you. I'm going to go in great detail and talk about all three of them. So if you've not subscribed to the channel, guys, do subscribe to the channel. And do not forget to press the bell icon. First thing we're going to do is we're going to head over to the state website for Louisiana, and we're going to go through the different elements over here, from the searching for the Louisiana business filing, the filing of the business document, and the service of progress, and the uniform commercial codes. But before we get into it, the main thing I want to mention right now for anyone that is watching this video that does not know what a limited liability company is, a limited liability company is where you are able to have a separate identity from your own, meaning in the future, if your company is sued, you are protected. Your assets and your wealth is protected because it is separate from the asset and wealth of your organization. And that is why a lot of entrepreneurs and young startups are looking to move towards forming a limited liability company. The first thing when you click and show you right here is the filing of the searching for the Louisiana business filing. When we click on it, it will take us to the next page over here. And over here, we have to put the entity name. Now, one thing which is very important is that you have to select the name for your organization, which is unique, which is not used by anyone else. Now, one of the major mistakes which a lot of organizations and young entrepreneurs and young startups tend to make is that they pick a name which is different from the domain name, which is different from their social media handles. You have to select the name which is the same for your social media handles, for your website, as well as your organization. It needs to be catchy, it needs to be unique, because if you don't get a unique name that is not the same for your social media handles and your website, you will have a marketing nightmare. And you can easily find the entity's name, and once you get it, you can reserve the name, and then obviously you can go and share it with your agent, which I'm going to look at in the next section. Let us go back over here. Once we get back, we'll go to the filing of the business documents. Once you click on it, it will take you to the next page over here where you have a complete breakdown of the different elements that's available. The first thing is obviously filing online. If you don't want to file online, you have to do the walk-in customer service. The Secretary of State offers customers the convenience of walk-in service, and the documents can be processed immediately if you pay $50. And if you want to process in $24, you can pay $30 more, and it will be immediately done within 24 hours. Then you have your fax filing, and then obviously you have your different payment methods. You have your check, money order, cash, or credit card. Then comes the most important element, which is the document compliance. And prior to submitting the documents to the Secretary of State for filing, you have to check the following are compiled with, if applicable. And the documents must meet all the requirements. It should contain the correct entity name. It has to be dated. It have to have all the required signatures. It has to be notarized with the required statute. It has to contain the right street address. And this is very important, especially for a lot of organizations that contact me and individuals that are working online with e-commerce websites or developing e-commerce stores for themselves. They don't actually have a physical location. So if you have any sort of service or product, you need to have a physical location from where you're working, because they would need to send you legal documentation, and it has to be sent to a PO box, and it has to have a physical location. So please make sure that you have a physical location. Then obviously you have to have the required filing fee. You have to have the certificate of good standing or existence when qualifying for a foreign corporation. It has to be accompanied by an affidavit of a registered agent, if a registered agent is being appointed, which I'm going to look at in a second, which is very important, and you need to have a registered agent. It has to be accompanied by a description of the logo, if a logo is attached to the trade name registration, and contain the notary number and printed or typed names of the notary and witnesses. Then is the name availability, which I've already explained to you guys, which is very important. The names can actually be reserved for 120 days by filing an application for reservation, and it costs $25 for the filing fee with the Secretary of State. Then you have your Louisiana business corporations, nonprofits, and obviously all the other elements. But our main element over here is the limited liability companies, and this is what I need you guys to understand. The name shall not imply that the corporation corporation is an administrative agency of any parish or of the state or of the United States. The LLC name shall not contain any word or phrases. Guys, this is very important. You need to keep this in mind, which indicates or implies that it is an organized for any purpose not lawful for a limited liability company or contrary to its article of organization. A limited liability company shall not be formed for the purpose of banking or insurance underwriting for all several forms or for purpose of operating homesteads or building and loan associations. Now, these are the main things that you need to look at and understand before you go ahead and do anything. But if you want to file it online and don't want to actually do a walk-in with it, you can easily go to this website, which is available, and you can visit this website that they've stated, this government, and you can sign it or create an account. I'm going to put the link of it in the description below. There's 4 basic steps that you have to look at. The first one is that you create a business license checklist. The second is that you file a name reservation with the Louisiana Secretary of State. After that, you file it with the Louisiana Secretary of State, Louisiana Department of Revenue, and Louisiana Workforce Commission. Then you launch and grow your business. And the main thing over here is that you have to maintain all these elements. If you have any question, guys, you can always comment in the section below and we will definitely reply back to you. But before you actually do this, the most important thing I want to mention is the Louisiana Workforce Commission. And for that, you have to get your EIN number. This is your employer identification number, and it has 3 steps. The first one is that you may apply for an EIN number online if your principal business is located in the United States or the US territories, and the person applying online must have a valid taxpayer identification number, and you're limited to only 1 EIN per responsible party. The second point, which is crucial that you guys understand, is that you must complete this application in 1 session, meaning that if you start the application, you need to complete it before you get up, because you will not be able to save and return at any later time. And the session expires if there's 15 minutes of inactivity over there. So you would have to start all over again if you are inactive for 15 minutes. And that is the reason why you have to make sure that you have all the documents that you need and require with you in hand so you can immediately put into the application so you do not miss a chance and waste your time redoing it over and over again. And after you have completed this and all the validation is done, you will get your EIN number immediately upon completion. You can download it, you can save it, you can print your EIN confirmation notice, and you're good to go. Now, if this seems overwhelming or too much to do, you can always head over to a website. But before you go to the website, I want to talk about an important element over here, which is the registered agent. Every single LLC corporation and nonprofit is required to have an official registered agent in each states where it does business. So for example, if you're in Washington, D.C., if you're in Texas or in New York, you need to have a separate registered agent in every single state that looks after your concerns with the legal departments. And a registered agent serves as a permanent physical presence in the state, and the registered agent's address is where the state government can contact you with legal and tax correspondence, including franchise tax forms, notices of legislations, and required annual reports. And that is the reason why you need to have a registered agent, because you will have a lot of things on your hand and you need to have an individual that understands who they need to reply to, when they need to reply to, and how they need to reply to. If this seems too overwhelming, there's a website that is called linkfile.com, and this is the easiest way to set up and manage your business. More than 800,000 businesses have been launched with Linkfile since 2004, and the best thing that I personally like is that it's ready to start a new company. They can give you the right structure for your company, they can manage your state compliances, and they also have registered agents in the US, and you can do all of that in 4 simple steps. All you need to do is start your business. When you click on that, it will take you to the next page where you will select the sort of organization you want. For example, in this video, we're looking at the LLC. You will select the state that you want. We're doing it for the state of Louisiana. And as we scroll down, that it will give you a breakdown of 3 different packages that they have. The first package is silver, the second package is gold, and the third package is platinum. Now, the state fee for all the packages is the same, which is $105, but the package fee for the platinum is $299. For the gold is $199, and for the silver is completely free. But I would highly recommend anyone that is thinking of actually using the website to go for the platinum. Is going to cost you $404, but you get your business contract templates, you get your domain name, your business email. They prepare and file the article of organization. You get unlimited name searches. You also get a free registered agent service for your year, and also get your EIN business tax number, as well as your IRS form 2553. So there's so much elements and features that they have, and they cover all the cracks and they leave no stone unturned. So you have the assurance that your business will not run into any problems in the future. But if you still want to speak to someone, you can always head to a website that's called avo.com, where you can search for Louisiana Limited Liability Company lawyers. You'll get 35 attorneys with 26 reviews, and these guys have decades of experience. You can call them, you can message them, you can visit them, and obviously you can speak with them, and they have helped numerous different organizations from limited liability companies, and they have helped startups and young entrepreneurs change from sole traders and partnerships to limited liability companies. So you can easily get their guidance, and they will be holding your hand and helping you through the whole process. So if you have any questions, guys, do let me know in the comment section below. We're here to help you out. We're here to guide you and support you. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon. Share this video with your friends and family so they could also find out how easy it is to set up an LLC in the state of Louisiana. Stay tuned for our next video. Until then, take care.